The Scopes trial is perhaps one of the most famous court cases regarding religion and science in modern history. To understand the trial, though, we need to take a quick look at two basic terms: modernism and fundamentalism. Modernism can be classified as a sort of philosophy that began to change how people viewed the world. Modernism focuses heavily on scientific fact and what can be proven using scientific means. This philosophy was rooted in the sciences, but soon began to spread to other disciplines, religion being one of them. In regard to Christianity, modernism began as a way to make Christianity more relevant to a changing society. In the attempt to do so, however, some key components of Christianity had to be sacrificed. On an academic level, modernism began to focus on the moral and philosophical beliefs of Christianity, while rejecting the supernatural elements. Fundamentalism was established as a result to the changing understanding of the Bible. Fundamentalists wanted to preserve the traditional teachings of the Bible. This group was extremely diverse in members and even in beliefs, but joined together to try to slow and stop the spread of modernism. One primary area fundamentalists wished to stop modernism involved the teaching of evolution in public schools. Many fundamentalists saw modernism as an attempt to, quote, remake the Bible in the mold of things proved in the laboratories of science, end quote, as one newspaper journalist in Arizona put it. One of the champions of fundamentalism against modernism was William Jennings Bryan, who saw modernism as new ideas destroying the nation's heritage. Bryan would get his chance to take on those ideas in Dayton, Tennessee. Tennessee had just passed the Butler Act, which forbade the teaching of evolution in any state institution in 1925. The ACLU wanted to challenge the act and found a man willing to be prosecuted for the cause, John Scopes. After Scopes was arrested for violating the Butler Act, the trial began. For the prosecution was Chicago lawyer and agnostic Clarence Darrow. Representing the state of Tennessee was William Jennings Bryan himself. Early in the case, Darrow's disdain for fundamentalists came out when he accused Bryan and all fundamentalists of leading America back to the bigotry of the 16th century. As the trial progressed further, it became abundantly clear that Scopes was guilty, but the trial was not about him. For Darrow and his team, the trial was about an attempt to bring attention to the fundamentalist movement in the attempt to discredit it. Bryan, as the champion of fundamentalism, wanted the people of Tennessee's beliefs to be respected in public schools. After several days of defense attorneys claiming that evolution did not violate the biblical understanding of creation and prosecution arguing the opposite, the case ended rather abruptly. After getting Bryan, as an expert on the Bible, to admit that interpretations of Scripture is not absolute, Darrow suggested that the jury find Scopes guilty. A journalist for the Evening Star in D.C. put it this way: the state said he did it. The defense counsel said he did it. The defendant said he did it. End quote. Darrow managed to end the case before Bryan could give some grand closing statement in support of fundamentalism. After Scopes was ruled guilty, people from all over voiced their opinions regarding the issues. In the Northwestern Bulletin Appeal in Minnesota, Jerome Bullock claimed that Bryan's understanding of Scripture was archaic and that evolution and the Bible do indeed work together. In the same issue, others voiced their opinions about Tennessee Christians. This person claimed that they were hypocritical, saying that Southern Christians pick and choose what parts of the Bible they want to believe in, citing the poor treatment of African Americans as an example of Scripture being ignored. Many anticipated the Scopes trial to be a new beginning of Bryan's career defending fundamentalism. Unfortunately, it would not be so. William Jennings Bryan died just 5 days after the conclusion of the trial. Despite his best efforts, modernism continues to work against Christianity today.